going on YouTube? I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Man, we get into fragrances on this channel, but I also give you guys some style tips, some grooming tips. Go out there, man. Look good. Smell great. That's all I'm saying. If you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications as well by hitting that bell icon so when a new video gets uploaded on this channel, hopefully you get notified. But I'm noticing that it only happens if you're watching the content. You can be a subscriber for a long time, but if you haven't been really watching the content, they still don't notify you. So another caveat or something to add to that, make sure you subscribe, make sure you're watching the videos. Then YouTube will notify you, I promise, I think. So guys, today's topic, we're gonna dive into clones. Have some of these clones from some of these clone companies got to be actually too good? I did a video maybe a month or two ago how our clones taking over. The more and more I look around, the more and more it seems like that is becoming a true statement. And got two fragrances today I'm gonna compare and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. One retails for about $250, one for about 29 bucks. We're gonna get into it. If you wanna see what I have to say about this topic, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. Clones. They're starting to take over seriously. I really feel like they are to an extent because most people aren't crazy frag heads like you and I. Because if you're watching this video, more than likely you're probably getting into that category of being a frag head. So most people really opt for the number one consideration outside of a fragrance smelling decent when they go to purchase one is how much does it cost. And that's where clones have really kind of put somewhat of a stranglehold on the market, with prices of most niche and designer fragrances increasing. Being able to find a fragrance that smells very close to or very similar to one of your favorite fragrances, and you're going to be able to save about 80 to 85% of the cost, is a very attractive proposition for most people. And the two fragrances that I want to talk about today are no different. Guys, the fragrance that I'm talking about is another fragrance from the Carolina Herrera Confidential Collection, and this one is called Saffron Lazuli. And look at this gorgeous bottle. Guys, these presentations from the fragrances from this particular collection are second to none. And all of them so far that I have put my nose on are exceptional. All right, now I will say this. I would say one hit, because I know a lot of people are big on projection. These don't really project a lot. I don't really have any of these fragrances from this collection that project a lot, but they have pretty significantly high oil concentration. They sit closer to the skin, but scent profile, quality, and the whole nine, they are excellent. But guys, the fragrance that I want to compare to this one, I got both of these fragrances were sent to me by my good folks over at fragrancebuy.ca, and today in Canada, it is called Boxing Day. So for 72 hours, they're going to be running an enormous sale over at fragrancebuy.ca. You can get the fragrances I'm going to talk about on today's list, as well as many others, and you're going to be able to save yourself some coin. So from June 28th, the time I'm uploading this video, to July 1st, 72 hours, they're going to be running this Canada Boxing Day sale. And during this sale, guys, you're going to be able to, I think it's the first 750 people are going to get some free items included with their purchase. So it's things like lotions. There's going to be things like Jerjoff hairspray, Initio candles, shower gels, and lotions from Parfums de Marly. A lot of these things for the first 750 customers are going to be just added automatically to your cart at checkout. And then the next 2,000 people to order are actually going to receive free samples that will automatically be added to your cart. They are also going to be doing 10% off site-wide with the code CAD157, CAD157. Use that code and you're going to save an additional 10% off prices that you're going to see listed on the website over there at fragrancebuy.ca. And also there is a code for free shipping. You can use the code 157 ship, and for orders over 115 bucks, you'll be able to get free shipping as well. These codes are stackable, but not with other discounts. But guys, for 72 hours, they're going to be running this sale over at fragrancebuy.ca. Thank you guys for sending these two fragrances for me to compare and contrast. So make sure you click on the link that I'm going to have down below and take advantage of some of these discounts and these free samples and other gifts that they're going to be having over at fragrancebuy.ca. Again, I will have the link down in the description. So guys, getting back to Saffron Lazuli, right? This beautiful bottle. What this fragrance is centered around, of course, the note of saffron, just like the other fragrances from this confidential line. One is centered around amber, one around tobacco, etc., etc., sandalwood. This one is centered around saffron. Now, saffron is a note that I have always described as a fragrance note to me that gives a leathery kind of vibe. All right, leathery, sometimes kind of earthy as well, is the way I would use to describe saffron. So what you're gonna find here, this is a beautiful leather-based fragrance. Saffron is a note, but they also use two other notes. They use leather in this as well, but they also use gaiac wood, which is smoky, but has a tendency to give leathery kind of nuances to it as well. So that leather note with the saffron and combined with the gaiac wood is what contributes to this being a heavily leather-centric fragrance. Now you're gonna get some powdery nuances from this as well because there is iris. So you get iris, you get a little bit of sweetness in this from tonka bean, a little bit of black currant, and a slight hint of rose in the heart. But guys, this is a absolutely dynamic fragrance. Like I said again, like every other fragrance from the Confidential collection that I've tried, this is top tier. Quality-wise of ingredients, the scent profile, the whole nine. I absolutely love this fragrance. All right. Now, the fragrance that I was actually sent and why I posed the question, this is so good. Guys, this is so good. Now, the reason I posed that question about clones getting too good, kind of getting out of control, is when you look at this, you look at the fragrance that I was sent to compare it to the clone of it from Fragrance World, and this is called Lapis Lazuli. Now look at the bottle. The bottle is almost a 1-to-1. Like, this is a brighter hue of blue, but obviously they didn't make any hide it, of course, make it a secret that they're cloning this fragrance from the name of the fragrance to the bottle. All right, now when you look at even the presentation of these fragrances, this is what Saffron Lazuli from Carolina Herrera. This is the box. Now look at the box from Fragrance World, Lapis Lazuli. I mean, the colors, almost the full, design of the box and the whole nine is exactly the same. Now this box, there's a difference here because you have to open this box from the top and pull the fragrance out. Whereas they put a little bit more time and effort into the original. It's one of those boxes that, has the solid base here and you slide it out and the fragrance rests in the base. So, and this is a hard box. So of course there's a little more money put into the original. But again, even down to from the bottle to the box, these companies are really starting to, and the name starting to, clone the original fragrance. Now, it was a time where there was just the most popular fragrances that were getting cloned, like Creed Aventus, Baccarat Rouge 540, like the super popular fragrances, Dior Sauvage. It was a time where only those super popular fragrances were having clones, but now we're seeing almost every fragrance on the market has a clone, and it's because of companies like Fragrance World that are really cloning almost everything. Not only the scent profile, but the box and presentation as well. I've already sprayed the original Saffron Lazuli on this arm, so let's spray this one, and I'll give you guys my honest kind of feedback just from an initial kind of impressions on how close this is. Again, we're looking at $250 for the original, $29 for the clone. And I mean, I'll say this, guys, just like most clones, like that initial spray, for a lot of clones that really took their time to try to get close to the scent profile, you're gonna get anywhere from 85 to 95% similarity to the original scent profile. I will tell you this, where I start noticing a difference a lot of times, in most cases, is after about an hour, 2 hours into the wearing. I personally, I'm not saying everybody, I personally can start to pick up on a difference of quality of ingredients used and performance as well. In a lot of cases, not always, but in most cases, when you find a good clone, that's going to be a major difference. But just like the average consumer, most people aren't going to be able to tell the difference. If I wore one on this arm and one on this arm, most people can't tell the difference. And that's where clones get so tricky. That's where it gets so tricky, because even sometimes when you're shopping, if you were to smell a clone, it's going to smell like the original for the most part for that first hour or two. But after you've worn it for a while, you notice that it may not perform quite as well, especially if you've had experience with the original. But by that time, you've already spent the money, it's too late. But do you really care? Because you've saved about 85, 90% of what you would have spent. So I don't know. It's something that's up for debate. Again, I sprayed this one, and it smells right now almost a 1-to-1 of the original. So that's, like I said, that's the tricky thing about this whole clone thing. But I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about it, man? Are you pro clones? Are you anti clones? Would you prefer the original? Would you prefer clones? I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I would definitely love to hear from you down in the comment section. Guys, don't forget to click on the link down below and make sure that you head over to fragrancebuy.ca. Take part in this, man. Take part in some of these savings that you'll be able to get right now by using some of those codes. I'll make sure I link everything down below, because there was a lot that I went through. But I will link everything down below so you can remember what discount codes to use in the whole nine to get the savings. But as always, I sincerely appreciate your time and your attention to these videos. I know you guys don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love looking good. I love to smell amazing. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side.